Hello Zimbabwe, kusangana kwataita zvakare pano pa YouTube channel yenyu yeMakaba News. Tichikuzivisa nyau dzizhinji dziri kuitika munharaunda nemunyika yedu yeZimbabwe. Today we have a news of Zimbabwean soldiers urge citizens not to panic as military equipment and the personals move through Harare. Tichitikana pane vanga vasati vasubscribe pano pa YouTube channel yedu yeMakaba News. Ndiyo mukana kubaya button like subscribe kuti when we post any update any news munova muri kutanga kusangana news zatinenge taisa. Today we have a news from Zimbabwe soldiers. Zimbabwe Defense Forces iri celebrate Zimbabwe Defense Forces Day in 2026. So vonyora tsamba vachizivisa kuruzhinji rwenyika yeZimbabwe vachiti kutanga musi wa 9 to 11 August pachange pane mauto akanyanya munzira dzakasiyana-siyana apo vachitaura vachiti between Charles Gumbo Barracks and Rufaro Stadium in Harare pachange pachiwanikwa mauto zvakanyanyisa motikari dzemauto. So vachiti ruzhinji rusange ruchizovhunduka pazuva iri sezvo mauto pane nguva dzavanomubuditsa motikari dzavo vachiita military drills zvinozoita kuti veruzhinji vavhunduka vachiti pamwe pane zviri kurongwa nemauto asi voudza public vachiti musange muchitya pazuva iri. Dzinova dziri nhau dzatanga tikabata zuva ranhasi according to news dziri kuziviswa dzanyorwa nemasoja emunyika yeZimbabwe, Zimbabwe National Army. Iri post yanyorwa ichibudiswa neZBC. So Zimbabweans in Harare have been urged not to panic following an announcement by the Zimbabwe National Army regarding the movement of military equipment and personals ahead of the 2026 Zimbabwe Defense Forces Day celebration. According to the information shared by ZBC News, the Zimbabwe National Army has announced the routine that will be used for a military profession involving equipment and personals. The procession is expected to take place from 9 to 11 August, with the movement taking place between Charles Gumbo Barracks and Rufaro Stadium in Harare. The announcement is important because residents in areas along the route may see an increased presence of military personnel and equipment on the vehicle on the roads. However, the message from authorities is clear. Members of the public should not panic. The movement is connected to preparations for the 2026 Zimbabwe Defense Forces Day celebration and is not, according to the announcement, something that citizens should interpret as a cause for alarm. The Zimbabwe Defense Forces traditionally conduct preparation ahead of Defense Forces Day, an occasion that brings together members of the country's security service and civilians to commemorate the roles of the Defense Forces. This year, preparation will involve the movement of military personnel and equipment through the parts of Harare. The route announced by the Zimbabwe National Army begins at Charles Gumbo Barracks and proceed towards Rufaro Stadium. For the resident who may encounter military vehicles or personnel during the periods from 9 to 11 August, the authority are therefore asking the public to remain calm and avoid unnecessary alarm. The announcement comes at a time when images and videos of military equipment moving on public roads and can quickly attract attention, particularly on social media. A convoy of military vehicles can naturally raise questions among members of the public who are not aware of what is taking place. That is why the clarification from the Zimbabwe National Army is significant. The military is informing the public in advance that the movement is part of a preparation for the upcoming Defense Forces Day celebration. In other words, citizens living along or close to the announced route should expect increased military activities during the specified period without automatically assuming that something unusual or threatening is happening. The public is also likely to see military personnel and traveling between the barracks and the stadium as preparation continues. Rufaro Stadium is an important venue in Harare and has previously hosted major national environment, marking a significant location for activities connected to the national celebration. Announcement also provide residents with an opportunity to prepare for possible temporary disruption associated with the movement of large vehicles and personnel. People traveling through the affected areas should remain attentive to instruction from authority and exercise patience where necessary. For motorists, the presence of military vehicle on the road could mean slower traffic in recent areas where the provision is taking place. For pedestrians and members of the public who comes across the procession, the key message remains the same: remain calm and do not panic. Ndozvo kubva kumauto muri Zimbabwe. Munoti chiine nhau idzi ndizvo zvatanga takabata zuva nanhasi. So nhau iyi yemamilitary drills mauto akuita achiitsanangura, asi veruzhinji vakangonzwa mamilitary drills vanofunga chiitiko cha2017 pakaitika military coup yakazoita kuti igobvisa republic yava Robert Mugabe pachiiswa second republic yava Mnangagwa iyi. Ende pakangotauriko the same pachinzi pari kuitwa mamilitary drills zvikazopedzisira asisiri mamilitary drills. So mauto ari kuti vanhu tiri kuita mamilitary drills ekuti tiite chiitiko chedefense forces day chete. Saka mukaona mauto akawanda, nzira dzavataura idzi ndizvozvo zvavari kutaura. Munoti chiine nhau idzi? Ndidzo nhau dzatanga takabata pano paYouTube channel yenyu yeMagaba News.